Speaking of the NYPD and Michael Bloomberg's personal army, as he used to call them, the NYPD chokehold death was recently ruled a homicide. This from ABCnews.com.
An autopsy just released, and it also cites Eric Garner's health, including asthma and obesity, as contributing factors to his death. But most important here, the medical examiner is saying that it was a police officer's chokehold that caused Garner's death.
And this case has already sparked outrage both here and across the country. Eyewitness News reporter Josh Einiger in the newsroom with the breaking details. Josh.
David, Diana, the bombshell of determination from the medical examiner's office came just in the past hour. Eric Garner's death officially classified, as you say, as a homicide. It's an arrest that sparked outrage across the city back on July 17th as officers attempted to arrest the 43-year-old for allegedly selling untaxed cigarettes on a Staten Island street corner. But when Garner resisted, one officer placed him in an apparent chokehold. He did not die there on the scene, but was eventually pronounced dead at a hospital about an hour later. Today, the medical examiner ruled the cause of Garner's death was compression of his neck in a chokehold, also compression of his chest, and what the ME calls, quote, prone positioning during physical restraint by police. The report cites Garner's asthma, obesity, and cardiovascular disease as contributing factors, but the manner of death has been deemed a homicide. The officer used the apparent chokehold, already relieved of his badge and gun. Pending this investigation, 2 EMTs, 2 paramedics, also suspended in a case which touched a nerve citywide, and already led Police Commissioner Bill Bratton to promise an overhaul of police training in the nation's largest police department. It will be up to the Staten Island District Attorney to decide whether to pursue criminal charges in this case. The DA's office says now it's waiting for an official death certificate before it makes that decision. We have reached out to the mayor's office and the PBA for comment, and we have reporters on the way to Staten Island to speak with Garner's family and members of his community. We will have much more on Eyewitness News at 5. But again, a medical examiner ruling late this afternoon Eric Garner's death was a homicide. Reporting.
All right, well, I look forward to seeing the officers who are responsible treated just like any other schlub who murders another man in plain sight on video, against, the family's will, against their conscience. This is exactly the kinds of psychopaths that Stefan and I were talking about earlier, the types of people who love power and they want to abuse their power. You know how, the ethics of a person by how they treat those with less power than them. And when police get any bit of power, here they are ready to abuse it and kill a man, thinking that, oh, it's fine, we'll get away with it.